principal at Jackson Technology Center for Math and Science, GISD's Math Science Technology Magnet Middle School. The purpose of this presentation is to give you an idea about the culture, climate, and programs on our campus. Hopefully you have been able to view our MST video and our Viking Leadership Challenge video, as these were sent to you in an email if your child met the initial qualifications. All these resources are also on our website. To start out with, our motto at Jackson is Go Big. We encourage our students to go big in all they do: academics, behavior, citizenship, community service, athletics, and fine arts. Jackson has a history of success. We currently have a TEA rating of B+ or 87. We also received 6 of the possible 7 distinctions available. As you can see, we got distinctions in English language arts reading, mathematics, science, social studies, post-secondary readiness, and comparative closing the gaps. We also recently were listed as one of the Texas Honor Roll schools. We have several signature programs that are emphasized on our campus. First, of course, is the Math Science Technology program, or MST as it's known. Related to that is the AMS, or Advanced Math program. We are also just one of a handful of middle schools across the United States to be a Discovery Education STEM hub. Another unique feature is our house system. I'll talk more about that in a minute. And finally, we emphasize leadership training and experiences here at Jackson, and I'll also touch on what that looks like. So starting with our MST program, these are the components of our math, science, technology emphasis. We give students opportunities to do group and teamwork, to collaborate with each other, much like the real world. Students engage in problem solving through project or problem-based learning activities. All of our students use Chromebooks. They also use the TI Inspire calculators for math and science, and those are amazing, like little mini computers. Canvas is now our learning platform, and many of you may have already had some experience with that. And our teachers use flipped learning from time to time. So these are just some examples of part of what makes up the MST program in math and science. All right, what you are going to see now is a list of some of our MST courses that are available here at Jackson. We have Math, MST Math 6, MST Advanced Math 6, that's the AMS component, MST Science 6, MST Math 7, MST Algebra 1 for 7th grade, of course that's the Advanced Math strand, MST Science 7, MST Algebra 1 for 8th grade, Geometry for 8th grade, which is the Advanced Math strand, and then we also have Project Lead the Way, which is an engineering, robotics, science elective. We have 5 courses of that, and it's available for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. And then we have forensics, forensic science, which is 7th grade only, but it is an elective for MST students. All right, students do have an opportunity to choose from other electives. Some of these are traditional electives that you would find at other middle schools, and then some of them are only found at Jackson. We have a band and a choir like all other middle schools. We are one of only 3 campuses that has an orchestra program also. We have athletics, of course, football, volleyball, basketball, track, and soccer. And like other middle schools, those are available for 7th and 8th graders. We do have advanced art, theater arts, and speech. We have principles of human services, principles of hospitality and tourism, business marketing and finance, banking and financial services, virtual business, fundamentals of computer science, several different technology classes, including manufacturing, energy, arts, AV. We have Avid and Avid Excel classes, and then we have Spanish 1, 2, 3, and 4. And Spanish 4 is the AP version of that for college credit. And these classes are usually offered every year. Some are, some are not, depending on the number of students that sign up or the interest that we have in some of these classes. These are just more electives focusing on MST students. We already mentioned forensics, Project Lead the Way, also known as Gateway to Technology. Those are open to MST students 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Robotics, there's also a robotics club and a coding class. We also have an extended day program. This runs for about 6 to 7 weeks in the fall and 6 to 7 weeks in the spring. MST students get bus transportation. Typically, during that 6 or 7 week time period that we run extended days, usually on Tuesday and Thursday from 4:10 to 5:10. And as I mentioned, if you're an MST student, then you would have bus service to bring you home after extended day is over. Now, some of our courses are for high school credit. And each year we typically add some of those. And so right now we have professional communications, principles of architecture and construction, manufacturing, arts AV, principles of human services, principles of hospitality and tourism, the business marketing and finance strands, Art 1, principles of applied engineering, the PLTW that we talked about, coding, algebra 1, geometry, all of the Spanishes, and of course AP Spanish for college credit. And as I said, some of those change from year to year, but currently that's what we have. We also have some extensive amount of clubs and organizations that students can belong to. The ones that you see in red are actually classes that they would take. The other ones are mainly done during time periods of before, after school, sometimes during the school day, during our what we call our CCR class, our homeroom. CCR is a kind of a catch-all. It's our homeroom, it's our intervention, it's our house class. So sometimes some of these clubs will meet during that time, during the school day. Now, we mentioned one of our signature programs was the STEM program, and this is a program developed by Discovery Education, which is an educational company. There are only a few middle schools across the country that have completely gone into the STEM initiative, and they are called STEM hubs, and we are one of those. So all of our classes integrate science, technology, engineering, art, and math in one way or the other, or the components of STEM, which are critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. We usually do a campus-wide project-based learning activity in which all courses and classes have a part. So again, that's our STEM Hub program. Now, one of our unique pieces of our culture here at Jackson is our house system. We have 5 houses, and every student and faculty and staff belong to one of those houses. Students are randomly assigned a house when they start at Jackson, and they stay with that house until they leave Jackson. The house system promotes bonding, friendships, competition, and community service. The houses are House of Gafandi, the House of Givers, the House of Kunandi, the House of Knowledge, the House of Venata, the House of Friendship, the House of Striker, the House of Strength and Character, and the House of Dreamer, the House of Dreamers. Our house system operates on a set of principles to live by that we call the Nifty Nine. They're kind of like manners on steroids. We encourage our students to exhibit these qualities. One way students earn points for their house is to be observed exhibiting one of these qualities. Students can also earn points for their house by making it on the A or AB honor roll, doing some community service, or winning little mini competitions between houses. The winning house at the end of the year usually gets a special field trip and free dress for the last month of the school year. And believe me, the kids love that component. Now we have some leadership opportunities. This is another signature culture piece at Jackson, where we provide all kinds of clubs or organizations or experiences or events that promote the soft skills in students. Leadership opportunities might include Student Council, National Junior Honor Society, the Principals Advisory Council, Youth in Government, and the Viking Leadership Challenge. Okay, so all students in the Viking Leadership Challenge, all of our students participate in that, at least in round one. The VLC is a 5-round elimination challenge, and so we start with 1,400 kids and we go down to one leader of the year. And at least 2 of the 5 rounds are held at big venues off campus, such as Globe Life Field, American Airlines Center, Dallas County Commissioner's Court, City Hall, things like that, places like that. And so it's a great experience for kids to go through that Viking Leadership Challenge. And I would recommend that if you haven't checked out our video for the Viking Leadership Challenge, you can go to YouTube and just search Viking Leadership Challenge, or you can go to our website to get the link for that. But that'll give you an idea of what the challenge is like. Now, we have a very strong PTA. We have won awards for Garland PTA of the Year, and we have also had national recognition for our PTA. So it's very strong and it's a very active PTA. We also have a Watchdogs program. We were the first middle school in Garland to have a Watchdogs program. We had parents that came to me and wanted to start that, and I was all for that. And so we've been doing it for several years now. In our current COVID climate, we haven't been able to run that program, but of course there's light at the end of the tunnel, and we're hoping to be able to offer that next school year. Just going to go through some images from our program and all our various components of our program. So this image here is of a robotics competition. This is part of our STEM program. Our art students created clay cell phone amplifiers. So again, just how STEM goes into every course that we have here, not just math and science. This is a bridge building competition that our students competed in a few years ago. What you see here is part of our Viking STEM Challenge that we do every year. It's kind of a alternative to science fair because it's more fun to do it. Kids can compete individually or with other groups. Again, going back to that group or team collaboration format. This is one of the competitions that we do. It was the Eiffel Tower competition, and the kids really did a great job on that. We also do roller coaster projects in 8th grade. That's not every year, but it goes with curriculum, and the kids really have a good time doing this when we have years in which we do the roller coaster project. We also compete in as many competitions as we can. We did this through Khan Academy in 2017, and we were one of only 3 middle schools in the United States to win a grand prize on this. And so this was a competition, a math competition that our kids participated in. And then here's some images from our Viking Leadership Challenge. This was specifically the year that we went to Globe Life Park, and the students competed there in the final round. You can see there the 5 finalists, and the other picture just is a group of students that had made it to various rounds of the competition. And just some more images from one of our years of the Viking Leadership Challenges. This is when we did our final challenge at the Dallas County Commissioner's Court. Okay, other information just to mention briefly is that bus service will be given to those who qualify based on where their address is, and we'll talk about a way to find that out here in just a minute. And then Jackson is a standardized dress school, so we have red, white, navy, collared polo style shirts, and navy or khaki shorts or slacks. However, we frequently have opportunities for other types of dress. Friday, for instance, is Spirit Day at Jackson, and students can wear their Jackson shirt, college shirt, or house gear. We do sell house hoodies and house shirts. Students have a lot of house pride, so they like to wear those things. Students that are on the A and AB honor roll always have some free dress days each grading cycle. And then we do a lot of other fun themed weeks where students and staff dress up and just have a good time. So there are many opportunities. All right, we want to get into the dates because this is probably what you're really interested in as well, is how fast does all this happen and what are the deadlines. So the magnet application starts on January 6th and goes through January 27th. And so that is through Family Access and Skyward, and that's where you would apply for a magnet seat at one of the magnet schools. By February 24th, you can see the magnet results will be posted in Skyward. So what we'll have to do is, once you apply, then we look at your child's grade averages in math and science, and we want an 80 or above. And then we look at discipline, and then we go through a lottery system because we always have more students that qualify than we have seats for. So after all that takes place and the lottery occurs, then the results are posted on February the 24th. You then have until March the 3rd to accept or decline the magnet seat. Obviously, if you accept it, you're in. That's all you have to do. If you decline the seat, then people on the wait list will be called up. And the way you get on the wait list is if you did not get in during the lottery pick, you are put on the wait list. And then as seats might come up due to people declining a seat or a seat becoming vacant later on in the year, and that usually happens every year, then we call people off the wait list. Same information in Spanish, in Espanol, for the dates of magnet application results and choosing a seat. So just to remind you that the choice of school form and the magnet application are two different things. So if you want to apply for a magnet program, you have to fill out the magnet application in Skyward Family Access. Now, if your child is entering sixth grade, you should also complete the choice of school form. Choice of school form ensures that you're going to have a school selected in case, for whatever reason, your child may not qualify for the magnet, or they might be waitlisted for a magnet program, so you'll have a backup plan. Same information in Espanol. You can also find magnet program information on the GISD website. The top tabs, when you go to the home page, look for programs and then magnet programs. Now, to find out if your child will be eligible for bus transportation, you can again go to the GISD website. You'll look under bus transportation, and then you'll be able to look at transportation maps for the current year, which will give you a good idea of the bus zones. And pretty much for Jackson, we pick up kids all over Garland, Rowlett, and Saxe. It's really only that little area around the school that is not bus eligible, because students in that area will probably be walking to school or being dropped off. Again, this information in Spanish about bus transportation. I'd like to thank you for considering Jackson Technology Center. Hopefully this gave you an idea about our programs and our culture here. If you have any questions, feel free to email or call the school. Thank you.